Hi Gemini, thank you for being here. So this is going to be your intuitive reading for the month of June. And I've already gone ahead and selected a card from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck by Tori Hartman so that we may have a feel for the energies in the month of June. And you guys got the card of Perception, which is one of the green cards. And this green card is all of the green cards in the deck are all about following our heart. They're also about how we relate to love and of course, consequently, how open we are to actually loving. With this card, the focus is going to be on becoming aware that if we change our perception of our circumstances, we may also shift our reality. Perception is also about taking notice that we can look at the same situation in a different mood and have a completely different take on it. So it's all about tapping into our heart and our emotions. Okay, so the first two cards to come out are Magic, the card of Isis, and the Star card, two major arcana cards. So Isis is all about tapping into our intuition, knowing. And you know what? The green cards are all about our heart knowing, truly knowing what's real, what's true. Sometimes we can't see that truth because we try to rationalize, but our heart always knows. So it's awesome that this card came up because it is asking you to tap into your true knowing, to your intuition. And then the Star card is also all about intuition as well. It's about following your dreams no matter what. I'm getting that you might need some more information about a situation before you can actually come to a conclusion, to a true understanding of the circumstance. The Five of Pentacles. Coming out of a situation where you felt like you were left out in the cold, so maybe your perception about that circumstance or perception might be changing. Everybody has their own truth, so you can ask different people about the same situation and they will all perceive it in a different way. Okay, the Two of Staves and the Two of Cups. Wow, two twos right next to each other. This is about partnerships. Okay, so you might be perceiving your partner in a different light maybe after you have a deep conversation, a very much needed conversation, a heart-to-heart, and you might be able to rekindle something that was getting lost. Maybe you were perceiving the situation in one way, they were perceiving it in a different way, and you guys were at odds, and you guys couldn't come to an agreement. So partnerships are going to be very important for you in the month of June. Just remember to allow your heart to lead, not your mind, not your ego, not your rationalizing. A message, an important message of love and offering. Maybe an offering to start anew with this relationship. You have the tools necessary. You have what it takes to be able to take control of the situation. You just have to change your perspective on it. So with the Two of Staves in the reverse, I do feel turmoil as if on your foundation, which means these could be issues that you're dragging on from your childhood, maybe perceptions as to how things should be. But in reality, maybe your partner doesn't share the same perspective, doesn't share the same view. So it's all about coming together and coming to a peaceful conclusion, coming to a peaceful working it all out, where both parties are satisfied and are able to grow together. This could also be an offer to get help. Just because the Prince of Cups is such a loving energy, it's the energy of innocent love. And maybe you want to rekindle that innocent love that you had at one point. Maybe you felt that your partner was leaving you out in the cold, but it was just a perception. And you're coming out of that, mentality, out of that way of thinking. With the Star card, I'm getting a very dominant female energy. And I say that because the lioness is walking ahead of the lion, because on the Star card there's a couple of a male lion and a lioness, and the female is walking just a step ahead of the lion, and she's reaching. So Inanna, who represents the Star card, is reaching out for the moon, reaching out for her intuition. Okay, the Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Well, the Four of Swords energy is all about needing more time for recuperation. Feeling burnt out. Maybe this relationship is going through a rocky time. With the Three of Pentacles, there could be a third person involved as well. But it's all about the perception as to what is going on. You got to look within. What am I doing to cause this? You can't just blame your partner at all times. It always takes two to tango, so just remember, you could be a direct reflection of what you're putting out. You could get a direct reflection of what you're putting out there. So instead of judging your partner, you might want to look to see deep down what it is that you're putting out there. You might get an offer to follow your dream and something that you've been wanting to do. And you might be getting an offer of partnership also. This could also have something to do with business. like you could get an offer of partnership and somebody will be teaching you the ropes, because the Three of Pentacles is also the card of the apprentice. So that energy is on the table as well. This is all about tapping into your inner knowing, allowing your heart to lead. Don't try to rationalize the situation. You need to allow your heart to lead. Your heart will always be true to you. Sometimes when we try to rationalize, we could lie to ourselves, because it's convenient to lie sometimes. It doesn't hurt as much. We might not be wanting to face our feelings or our truth. And Geminis are very mental, so they might be trying to rationalize things, but sometimes that doesn't work in partnership. You have to allow your heart to lead. We always think that the grass is greener on the other side, but that's not always the truth, and it's not always the case. So it's all about nurturing the relationships that we have right here, right now. Your emotions could also be running wild right now, and you don't know what to make of them. You might be trying to protect yourself emotionally. Childhood issues, protecting your heart. Maybe you learned something at home about partnerships. Maybe you saw your parents or your parental figures handle situations in a certain way which you perceived to be correct, but in reality, maybe it wasn't. So it's all about changing those perceptions and allowing the light to come through. So you will be dealing with, it feels like you will be dealing with some issues from the past, possibly childhood. Possibly comparing relationships, the relationship that maybe your parents had. Maybe you're reenacting situations that you saw at home. That is sometimes difficult because when we're raised a certain way and we don't know anything else other than what we saw around us, it's hard to really know. We could get a little stuck in terms of how to handle the situation. That's why it's important to allow our heart to lead in those situations instead of trying to rationalize it. Because what we believe to be true might not actually be the truth. The Sun, the Three of Staves, and the Five of Staves in the reverse. And overseeing the spread, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, some of you are being quite sneaky and doing things behind your partner's back. And you just got caught. Major internal battles going on. The Three of Staves in the reverse as well is actually, there's stagnation. There's quite a bit of stagnation going on in terms of what direction to move, what's the next step. You're a little stuck. You got yourself in a bind, and now you don't know how to get out of it. So the advice here is obviously to follow your heart. Do you want to be with this person? Do you want to carry through? You want to carry on with this relationship? Do you want to end it? Be true to your heart. Don't allow your ego to step in and make decisions for you. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords overlooking the reading, I'm getting a sense of you have this sense of paranoia, that like you're looking over your back and blaming others, and that's just the perception that you have. So you really do need to internalize and realize, come to the sense of, what am I putting out there? Why am I feeling paranoid? Am I feeling paranoid because that's the kind of energy I'm putting out? Is that what I'm doing? Am I creating havoc? And then I'm being paranoid and thinking that other people are doing to me what I could possibly be doing to them. So it's a great moment to analyze the situation, because I see that you have so much coming in, so many great things coming in terms of this could be career-wise. You had a great start, great momentum, getting a project started, and then you came into a sudden block. And I do see that you have a bit of this feeling of loneliness, or like you want to, it's like a, or either that, or you want to, you're alienating yourself a little bit. You want to have some alone time. You have guilt that you need to process, possibly. Maybe you were unfaithful to your partner and you're carrying guilt, and you need to process that. Also, just because of the Three of Pentacles and then the Three of Staves in the reverse, I am getting the third party. And then to reiterate, there's in the Sun card. Sun card is the card of the Surya, and these are the triple goddesses of the Sun. So there's a triplicity going on. So this very much, and then the Five of Staves in the reverse also indicates problems at home. So this could very much be an issue of infidelity. So you're having these issues at home. Maybe you were unfaithful because you felt that your partner wasn't giving you enough time, wasn't spending enough time with you. You're blaming them for your actions. So what's being called forth here is to really take responsibility for your own actions and realize what it is that you're putting out there, because whatever it is that you're putting out there, you're going to get right back. So once again, tapping into your heart is going to be key. Don't allow your ego to overrun you. Make sure that if you have somebody that you love, you let them know that you love them, and try to fix the situation instead of letting the relationship or the partnership just dissolve because of your ego, because you don't want to let your walls down, whatever it may be. So, but you have such great energy coming in. Some of you might also be finding out that you're getting pregnant, or that you are pregnant. With the Prince of Cups right over the Sun, it indicates children and fertility. So this could be a situation at home. Maybe you're pregnant and you're not working anymore, and you're at home and you're feeling lonely. It's creating it's making you see things in a different way. Your perception might be a little skewed. It could be so many things, but just remember to tap into your heart energy and allow that to lead. Don't allow your mind to overrun you. So it looks like this is going to be it for today. I hope you guys have a great month of June, and I will see you next month in July. Bye.